You did mention Seun Kuti, and I noticed a lot of photos of both of you flashing in the background. I just wanted to, just intrigued to know how your friendship started and how is it possible to, not so many people of my generation are cool friends with people of your generation. How did the friendship develop over the years? Thank you.
Well, I mean, that's a very good question. I mean, not just because of the friendship with Seun, but the point is, if people like you aren't able to be building relationships with older people, that's a failure. Not of you, but of older Nigerians not being available to support and mentor you, because that's important. Although, as I see it, often it works both ways. I have a huge pleasure to sit at the feet of people like Prof. I can see Uncle Theo there, and another Prof, that I get so much pleasure, and I learn from sitting and listening. Not enough young Nigerians are ready to sit and listen, but also older Nigerians need to make themselves available for that. You know, if you're going to bridge that gap, I think more of that needs to happen. So with Seun, it's very simple. I had a birthday party in London when at my 50th. Seun was studying music in Liverpool, and a mutual friend brought him down to the party. Now, this was in a pub, and those of you who will remember the old British licensing laws, pubs then, you could get a late license till 12, and of course, Seun, being Nigerian, turned up at 10 to 12, and the party was finishing, so I had to get him something to drink. He hadn't arranged anywhere to stay. I had to find him somewhere to stay, but you know, we sat and chatted and got to know ourselves. When he came back to Nigeria, he looked me up. And I think, to be fair to Seun, obviously he lost his father very young. He took on this burden. At 14, he was leading, Fella's band, Egypt 80. He was under pressure from a very early age. And I think, you know, everyone was looking for him for money, for jobs, and I think he just found coming round my house to watch football, or I had at that time a lot of old music DVDs, and you know, he's a professional musician. He was happy to sit and listen to jazz and classical music, and you know, we kind of just built that friendship and grew up over time. But I think it's important, and you know who's benefited most from all of these relationships? It's me, because I've had. So then, you know, when I was at Guinness and Promesador, these relationships give me insights. So it's good it enables you to do your job and better, as well as being rich and rewarding, and you can make friends. So Kate and I have been friends for years. I knew her former husband, and we stayed friends. And then, you know, Kate's someone else whose professionalism is such that encourages me. Kadria, what she's trying to do, what she tried to do with Next. We have to support young Nigerians who are doing things. And so I've enjoyed building those relationships, and if I can add back, then that's better.
Thank you.